Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I just thought I would give you a bit of an update. It's been a few weeks, obviously, since I made a video. Um, Sydney is here. If you hear the odd noise, then it'll be him. He sounds like Flipper sometimes. Hang on. Nice face, huh? Anyway, bless him. Um, uh, so, um, I'm really tired. So if I get a bit like, oh, then I'm really sorry. Um, so I just thought I'd just go through a couple of things, just really kind of be a bit more detailed about what happened at the hospital. Um, so basically, I can't even remember what I said in the last video. I know that I introduced it to you. But basically, on the 11th of April, which was the Thursday, okay, actually, let's start again. On the Tuesday, I thought I had a bit of show, um, and didn't really think anything else of it. Went to my NCT class, which was the last one, which is probably a good thing, timing wise. I mean, went to my NCT class, didn't think anything of it, because I knew that it could happen about 35, 36 weeks. On the Thursday, which is the 11th of April, I went to the bathroom. I'm sorry if this is too much information, but there was what I thought was a bit of old blood. I didn't really think anything of it. Um, it happened a couple more times, and again, I didn't really think anything of it. Then Friday morning came on the 12th of April, and I basically had this old blood again. So I thought, okay, something's not quite right. So I rang maternity triage at the hospital, and they said, come in, you'll probably be discharged immediately, but come in, we'll just double check. So I went in, waited forever, and they hooked me up to a machine. Thanks, Ed. As I said, he sounds like Flipper sometimes, but anyway, they hooked me up to the machine to check how the baby was doing. Everything was absolutely fine. I was on the machine for like an hour. I felt that they'd actually forgotten me. I'm not entirely sure, they may have done. And then they did, a doctor and the midwife came in to do the speculum. Which was horrific. There's no other way to put it. My God. Obviously, I've had several smear tests in the past. They're not great, they're not pleasant, don't get me wrong. They don't hurt. This hurt. It hurt so much. But anyway, so that was with the plastic speculum. So they did it, and they thought that it wasn't old blood, that it was actually meconium. Um, so obviously that is a bit of a worry if it was meconium. So they wanted someone higher up to double check me. So essentially the registrar, I think. Um, and so basically what they did was they took me round to the post delivery. I don't even know what it's called, but anyway, so I was taken to a room there, and this chap came in and said that he wanted to check me again. So actually, it transpired to be my surgeon, which I'll go into later. And he was like, "So I have to do another speculum." Honest to God, this time he whipped out a metal speculum, hurt even more than the last one, to the extent that I was like yelling. It was really bad. By this point, my mum had arrived. Oh, sorry, text message. I'm a big Law and Order fan. Um, but this time my mother had arrived because my husband was coming from work, but I was panicking. And he checked me and he was just like, okay, we think it might be meconium. We're not 100% sure, but more importantly, your waters have gone. Oh my God. So, in all fairness, it wasn't like in the films where you have a gush. I kind of thought it would be. I'll be honest, I felt a bit damp. Sorry, again, too much information. But I never thought that my waters had gone. But they had. So, he went to go and speak to the highest person, whatever, doctor-wise, and they decided there and then that I had to have a C-section, and I was 36 weeks and 1 day. So um, only waited an hour, had to have a spinal block instead of, obviously they didn't put me out, but I had a spinal block. didn't hurt at all. They put like cold spray on you, it's like alcohol and stuff. That was actually more unpleasant. And then they put what's it called? I was going to say antiseptic, but that's not right. Um, this thing's basically take away the pain. I'll think of the word later. That's how tired I am. So yeah, they gave me a little jab of that, which didn't hurt in my spine, and then I had the spinal block, and genuinely, it was fine. It was just very strange that all of a sudden you had to be whipped around because you're sitting, obviously sitting up when you have the block, and then they have to move you around very quickly because the feeling goes from basically just below your boobs right down to your toes. You don't feel a thing. You're totally numb so quickly. Um, and that was that really. Um, uh, there were, I don't know how many people were in the room, maybe 8 people. They were fantastic. Oh, sorry, another text message. They were so fantastic. They were so lovely, which really helped. Anaesthetist. So, and yeah, you know what I mean. That was the person who put it in. So, yeah, they anesthetized me. Anyway, um, they were fantastic and didn't feel a thing. Um, the whole experience was absolutely fine. And Sydney was born at 5:38 p.m. on the 12th of April. So all in all, it was a really good experience, and I was happy with that. Someone is starting to get hungry. Anyway, I'm just going to continue before he starts yelling. So I was wheeled round afterwards and into my own room because the private hospital, the sorry, the NHS hospital near us only has private rooms. It's a brand new hospital, opened a year or so ago, and they don't have any wards anymore, which is great. So I was in my own room, and yeah, it was great. I was in there from the Friday until the Monday, so not too long. Um, I'm not breastfeeding because essentially I can't. It's not because I didn't want to. We tried and tried and tried and tried. It was causing too much aggro for me and Sydney. And to be honest with you, I wanted to enjoy him at being a newborn, and obviously every day I want to enjoy him, and I couldn't. So it just wasn't worth it. So I'm bottle feeding him, and honestly, he's putting on weight. He's a healthy little chap, and he's very happy, which is all that's important to me, and my husband, obviously. Um, so after I had my C-section, I had a catheter in, so they didn't take that out till the next morning at about 6:30 a.m. And by 8 a.m. I was up and about. And genuinely, if anyone ever has to have a C-section, this is my biggest thing. Get up as soon as you can because the recovery makes it just makes the recovery so much easier, so much quicker. He's 4 weeks old tomorrow. I've driven a couple of times. I'm pretty much back to driving. I'm in no pain. I wasn't really in any pain full stop after the C-section. And I wasn't given a lot of drugs. It was paracetamol and like a strong anti-inflammatory, and that was it. That's all I was given. Um, so, sorry, just checking the baby. Yeah, so absolutely, if you do have to have a C-section, do not worry. It is fine. Just get up as soon as you can. Don't lie in bed because it makes the whole process way worse. Um, so, since then, we've been settling back into family life or starting family life. Sydney's 4 weeks old tomorrow. Um, his due date is oh no, sorry, 4 weeks old on Friday, and his due date is well, was supposed to be tomorrow. So that's kind of crazy. But he's amazing. He's so much fun. He's gorgeous. Um, and take photos every day when you have a baby because they change so quickly. It's yeah, he's just amazing. Um, and we're feeding every 4 hours. He pretty much sleeps um, in between feeds, not always, obviously, but he's pretty good. We're feeding him at about, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night, then again at about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then he's good until about 7. So we're doing okay. We're doing pretty good. So everything's fine. Um, very, very tired. People say to you, you'll be exhausted. You really will be exhausted. Um, but it doesn't matter because it's amazing and you sleep or try and sleep when they sleep and just try and keep on top of things as much as you can and don't freak out if your house is a bit messy or a bit dusty. Mine certainly is. and there's not much you can do about it, but people will help you, and you'll get to it when you can. Just enjoy your baby. But honestly, after everything that we've been through with the IVF, he is just a miracle. He is. He's just incredible, and I wouldn't change him for anything. And we wrote a thank you letter to the clinic actually a couple of days ago, and sent a photo of Sydney to them, and actually they had requested it. Um, and both of us were just bawling by the time the letter had been finished, because you can't even put into words what people have done for you. But yeah, he's just hungry, but he's just amazing, and we're so grateful to the clinic, and we know how lucky we are. We're so lucky. Um, so yeah, um, would I do IVF again? Probably not. We're so lucky, as I keep saying, but I don't think emotionally I could go through that again. Um, yeah, I don't think I could. All we wanted was one baby or one child. That's all we wanted, and we've been given that. Um, and again, we're so lucky. You know, yeah, I couldn't go through it again. But Sydney is proof that it does work. Um, and for anyone who is trying it, doing it, going through it right now, my best advice is keep positive. Good things happen to good people, and positive things happen to positive things happen to positive people. You just have to believe in your doctors and believe in yourself, and put yourself and your husband in the best, or partner, sorry, in the best conditions that you possibly could be in physically, as well, because I believe that gives you more of a chance as well. I lost 3 stone, and I was going to the gym like 5 times a week before I started the IVF, and I genuinely believe that I was in the best condition I could be in. I'm now starting to lose the weight. I put on quite a lot of weight, but in this past week I've lost 7.5 pounds. I just started my diet last Tuesday, so I'm pretty pleased with that. So hopefully it's not going to take ages, and I'm going to go back to the gym at the end of May once I've been signed off by the doctor. Sorry. I'm currently kind of trying to bounce him in his chair to calm him down. So yeah, but believe in yourself and believe in the doctors, because it transpires that they are miracle workers, and they can make your dreams a reality, as they did to me and to Tim, my husband. Um, and Sydney is our world, even when he's grouchy. So yeah, it's just fantastic. This won't be my last video. I will do updates, etc. But if you have any questions about the whole process, any questions about the first few weeks of motherhood, I could go on for hours, but I'm not going to, because you're probably going to fall asleep. Please send me a message. I'm more than happy to answer any questions, as always. But to all of you currently going through this, through the IVF, all the luck in the world to you. And now my phone's ringing. I'm going to sign off. Take care. I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye bye.